Hello, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I am Pi. Today I'm thinking about and feeling what it feels like to be an overachiever, especially when there's a circumstance in life that happens that just disrupts the flow of the extreme efficiency that I've had with my days. So it's interesting because with the new puppy in the house, obviously there's a lot of adjustment going on. I talked about this in the video diary yesterday, and I love it. I love having Cricket as part of our family. I cannot put enough words to the fulfillment and contentment that I feel like she brings not only to me but to the family. And I feel a disruption in my flow, and there's things that I like to get done. And Pi, my daily video diaries, is one of them. And I find that I'm like, we get to the end of the day, it's been a full day, busy day. We actually had a really busy weekend, and I'm like, okay, I'm so excited for bed tonight. I cannot wait to go to sleep and brushing my teeth, and like, oh man, I didn't do Pi. Now, overachieving me is the person who, when I make a commitment, I want to see it through. I want to follow it through, and I want to do it to the letter of the commitment that I made, meaning to the full extent of it, because I want to get the best out of it as well as contribute my best to it. This whole upward cycle of giving and receiving, and when I miss a day, I feel like I'm hard on myself. And there's also a little bit of, me wondering, like, when will I know? Is this like a hard and fast 1 year commitment? See it through no matter what, through the entire phase of this year. And I'll talk about phases again in just a moment, and why those are significant to me. It's a metaphor for life, actually, that I find helpful for me. But I keep having this thought, like, if there comes a time before the 1 year experiment is done for my overachiever self here, is it okay to transition out of it? Will I know when that right time is to transition my time and effort into the next thing? Talking about phases, I want to go back to phases for just a moment. There's this metaphor for life that I love when thinking about what to be like. When we look out in nature and we see how things work, nature, following the spirit of the Tao, nature does nothing but leaves nothing undone. Like, it just works. Well, one metaphor for me that I like to think about is life is like phases of the moon, right? Sometimes we're building up to a pinnacle or a full moon, if you will, like a fullness in the cycle. Actions and behaviors and efforts and intentions and purpose and all this stuff, everyday moments, is built and built and built, and then we have this top of the mountain after the climb, and then there's this, you've got the waxing and waning piece of it. It settles, and in that piece of it, there may be a lot of letting go and some uncomfortable emotions like some sadness or grief or just discomfort in general when you're in the middle and you don't know what the next thing is going to look like until you choose what to begin to focus on and build. And then you build again. You climb the mountain again, or you build up to the full moon again. One of my friends said to me one time that they love this metaphor, but to remember, again, to my overfunctioning and overachieving self, that you can't be in full moon phase all the time. If we had full moon all the time, literally everyone would be nuts. And it was like, oh yeah. So, why am I talking about phases versus overfunctioning and overachieving? Because this phase that we're in right now with bringing Cricket, our Yorkie puppy, into our family is a phase of adjustment. And so I haven't been getting my workouts in and exercise in the same way, but I still get the same number of steps every day. Why? Because I go in the backyard and I run around with the puppy. I'm constantly moving. We take her on little walks. Life is still happening. She comes with us everywhere. She goes to my son's ultimate frisbee games and flag football games, and we went up to visit my daughter at her work. They did a trunk or treat, so puppy goes with us, and we're like, I'm constantly moving. So it's not like I'm being sedentary all the time. It just looks different right now. This is a phase. It's not like Pi and the daily video diaries aren't important to me right now. It just may look a little different right now, like sitting on the couch holding a puppy, or oops, got to the end of the day brushing my teeth, didn't get a chance to do Pi, and then I get to choose in that moment. Is this something that I want to do right now, or is it something that I'm going to give myself that grace and pick it up again tomorrow? See, because it's not about being perfect. Any of you are overfunctioners out there, you want it to be perfect. You want the checklists to be, you want everything on the checklist to be marked off. You want to get everything taken care of and everything handled. And there's an ebb and flow to life. And having the awareness of when we're in those moments where we need to ebb a little bit and or just adjust and try things in a slightly different way and be aware of it, and then be able to return to those other things if they're still important. So that's part of what I'm thinking about today, and that over-functioning habit that just gives automatic for me and just kicked right in, and being aware of that thought where I went, I didn't do this and I didn't keep that commitment to myself. It doesn't need to be it doesn't have to have that sentiment with it. It could just be like, I had such a full, delightful day. Isn't it joyful that I didn't even think about doing this thing until I was brushing my teeth, and there's no terrible consequence here. The world's not ending. Nothing's going to stop working. Everyone is okay. And in fact, we're better than okay because we got to spend this time together. And no one can ever take that away from us. So it's just a real important thing I want to remember for myself, which is why I'm talking about it on this video diary. When I have that emotion or feeling or reaction of to have a moment of awareness to go, hang on. First of all, why did I have that reaction? Second of all, does it matter? Does it really, really matter that much in the grand scheme of things? And might there be another way to look at this, that I could just take a deep breath, focus on what's important to me, remove any suffering I may be inflicting on myself by this over-functioning reflex. So hopefully this resonates with some folks out there. I know I've got some friends who are over-functioners as well. We just go and need to remember to be aware of how we talk to ourselves, or the automatic feelings we have about what we've accomplished in a day, and consciously choose, mindfully choose a healthy perspective and approach. So thanks for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I will see you tomorrow.